Okay, so document the geographic areas of each continent that are most fortunate and least fortunate. Why do you think these locations are categorized as such? So you're looking at the barriers from the map and thinking about that. Give it some introspection. Okay, the next part talks about companies, organizations, government agencies that have attempted to tackle the digital divide. All of those things are definitely things that are part of the digital divide. What do you think could be done to bridge the digital divide? Maybe you have a better idea and put that in your Word document. Okay, speech and text AI. And these are all wonderful articles, good research. The first one's even artificial intelligence can acquire biases against race and gender. Machine learning algorithm measures changes in gender ethnic bias. Please read some of these, even if you're not choosing this particular area. It is wonderful ideas, and some of that might apply to yours. Okay, and then they go in depth more with each one about why they are important. If you don't think facial recognition is important, when was the last time you flew on an airplane? You understand why facial recognition is very important. Okay, in your notebook, consider the following scenarios and their implications. When you arrive, and there's different ones. They ask you to document how algorithmic bias can affect one or more of these scenarios and how a legal concern might arise. Okay, so put that in your Word document. And then how do you remove bias? Okay, and then read about this career connection. It's really interesting. And then we're going to research innovations. So now at this point, you have either selected one or you're about to select one, and here's some really great ideas. Review and consider some innovations: medical technology, transportation technology, graphical 3D worlds, criminal justice technologies, computer science theory and security, networking and connectivity, AI, lots of good ones, and then it breaks down into smaller ones, okay? So these might be areas that you might want to ask me, Mrs. Hershey, can I do it on this? Ask, and I'll give my approval if it hasn't already been taken. So in your Word document, what are some current innovations you're interested in learning more about? There's where you're going to name what you're doing it on. And then you do all of these steps, evaluate the credibility of each source, evaluate the relevancy of information from each of your sources, and cite any and all sources appropriately when using them at a later time. Even if it's a website, on your bibliography page, your last page, list them all. If it's giving credit to a book, list the book and the title and the author, etc. Okay? And then when you're all done, the conclusion just has 3 questions. Answer those to the best of your ability. When you're all finished, your presentation might be a paper answering all those things, or you might have decided to do a little presentation on it, on your topic, or you might have done some, if you're really craft and art oriented, you might have done a Canva thing that presents it in graphical images. I don't know what you're going to do it on, but it needs to explain all those different parts and show us what your computing innovation is. If you have more questions, I'm going to put in the agenda. You can get a hold of me through Canvas, the inbox, or you can email me, and I'll put my email in there that goes straight to my SACS email. It's due next Friday. Next Friday is October the 3rd. Can't believe it's October already. And we have one more week until it's the end of the 9 weeks. So any questions, anything you need to get cleaned up, contact me. Ask me questions. I'm here to help. This is worth a lot of points, so do it really well. No skimping, doing the minimum. Do it really nicely. Have a great week.